I am going to be reciting a poem this evening. This poem is a section of a libretto that was written of the story of Cú Chulainn. It was written by a dear friend of mine, Knapp-McGinley, who unfortunately will be arriving at Pennsic tomorrow. And it was written as part of another dear friend of ours' doctoral dissertation performance piece when Dr. John Howe got his doctorate in music. So this is a section of that story. Unless my notebook decides to not cooperate. "50 songbirds flew over Evan-Macha. 50 birds flew over the keeps of Conchobar, king of Ulster, built on the hill where a wild woman once wept, then burdened with her name. Once in Evan-Macha a charioteer sat, with 50 maids and wine in one cup. They called her Dectire, Conchobar's sister. Dectire, Conchobar's chariot driver, she who bore him into battle behind his war horses. But Dectire left a year before 50 songbirds flew over Evan-Macha. 50 birds that tore and feasted on its growing fields. 50 birds lay siege to Evan-Macha, and the men took up arms to chase the birds away. Across hills and valleys, over streams and ditches, through the woods and marshes, until a house alone they found. Where each bird set foot sprung a woman who hid and slipped away, and in the house they found Dectire, an infant in her arms. She named him Shidanta, or one who knows the way. His father came to her in Evan-Macha. His father came concealed a year before, his father who the stories named Lu-Mc-Ethin, Lu-Lemfada, Samaldanik, god of many gifts, wielder of a flaming spear. Still the men of Ulster knew that every child must be fostered, even the sons of divine fathers. So they fought and pled for Shidanta like starving dogs. Conchobar, let me teach him. Conchobar, let me keep him. Conchobar, please, Conchobar, me. Until the king, defeated little laughing Dectire, set Shidanta in his arms. They would take the boy to Evan-Macha and let its judge, Muirenn, decide. Muirenn stared at 6 silent men and a squirming child squalling at a sullen king. Let Conchobar, who is king, lead him to a worthy name. Let the poet Senka teach him speaking. Let the druid Amergine be his guide. Let the warrior Fergus be a father, and the rest will be the first of many men to love him as a guardian. Let all who know Dectire's son sing his praises, and if I am wrong, he will write it. You will raise him high, men of Ulster. Make us worthy of this son." Cullen the smith kept a hound with teeth like hawthorn barbs, and one day Cullen the smith waited for Conchobar, king of Ulster, and his court to come and sit and gawk at his great house and its great and wild beast on guard. But on the lawns of Evan-Macha, a boys' battalion rose and fell before the stranger's son. Conchobar called, "Come, winning child, grinning boy, ride with us. Leave them to their bruises, let them lick their tender wounds." To which Shidanta said, "Let me win the game, uncle. Let me best this bunch. Uncle, I won't be far behind. It won't be very long." Conchobar left laughing, and once at Cullen's door, the smith bade, "I'll keep the fire warm and the spirits high, those that are not poured. My hearth is yours to wander, but my hound is wild. Don't open the door, unless we expect any more." And Conchobar, forgetting, raised a glass, called a cheer, chain of the hound undone. But elsewhere boys wore one, Shidanta set out, clutching game stick and leather ball, tracked chariots through glen and gully and quickening night onto the land of the smith Cullen. Every man heard the howl. Every courtier the scream. Memory struck Conchobar like the ringing of a bell. "Good was the friend you robbed from me," cried Cullen, standing in the doorway where he found his guard dog slain. Each man's heart became a hammer as the child shook, crimson quenched, his thin voice wavered, his breath did hitch, but to the smith, red-faced and thundering, he offered this: "I'll find a whelp of that dog's kind to train, and while it grows, I'll be your guard dog. Watch your door and flock and forage." Conchobar called the offer fair. The smith submitted to his king, and the druid Cathid spoke to seal of vow, solemn maid. "Henceforth your name will be Cú Chulainn, the Hound of Cullen." But the boy protested. My mother said I am Shadanta, my mother's son I'll always be. But the druid did not falter. For what's a son to a hero? What's worthier than war? What mother would fight her only child's fortune in the face of fated glory? Who is Shadanta to this story? Every man of Ireland will know the name Cú Chulainn.